fans and collectors. On this episode of Mock and Model Monday here at the Creation Evaluation Station, I'll be looking at this year. It's a Pokemon model kit of a Gardevoir. Before I get into it any further, I just want to let new viewers know that I do in-depth reviews of models and construction kits, both new and old, mostly Lego, but other products as well, like Bandai. And I also do reviews and discussions of other creative works such as movies, video games, and animation. Now, because they are in-depth reviews, they can be on the long side, so make sure you're checking out the timestamps here embedded in the red line, and also down in the description that you can use to jump around to your favorite parts or to use as a bookmark to come back to at a later date when you have more time. So, let's take a closer look at this box here. You see there's a lot of information here in Japanese. These aren't quite as widespread as like the Gundam model kits. This is from Bandai, which I'll cover the details here in a moment. So it's kind of hard to find all the information on these. Got different pictures here. This is showing the different arms. I guess you have to actually swap out the arms. It doesn't have like posable arms based on the way it's designed, which, considering how twiggy Gardevoir is, that's probably good reason why. And of course there's nothing on the back. So getting down to what details I could find out, this is made by Bandai. It's part of their Poke-pla line. It's part of the Select series. Now they have a couple different things. They have like the quick kits that are only a couple pieces and stuff. This is one of their more complicated ones. And it's number 49 in the series, but I'm not sure which series, the Poke-pla overall or the signature series line. I'm not sure. You can find these anywhere between $10 and $20 depending on where you get them. If you were actually buying them in Japan, it'd probably be closer to $10. And that's not including shipping on top of that. If you're getting it shipped from Japan or from a store here in the US, you can still find these in hobby shops as well, so you don't have to pay shipping. But yeah, anywhere between $10 and $20. And this was released in December of 2021, so it's a couple years old. I know they're always coming out with new ones. Gardevoir is one of my favorite Pokemon characters. I just find that its character design very unique, plus it was also really awesome in the games. She would kick a butt for a dainty little dame. But yeah, one of my favorites, and I'm hoping to pick up some more of these. I have one of their simpler lines. We might look at that later, another time. But let's go open this up and check it out. Let's see what we have inside here. You notice this is not sealed with any plastic, and that's because I got this straight from Japan, and they do not usually seal their boxes up, unlike here in the US. Oh, we have one bag here which got 2 runners in it, and I think a sticker sheet floating around in there. Can't quite see them very well. Hopefully there's not too many stickers. There shouldn't be. And another bag here with, looks like three runners. There's a still small pink runner in there. And a third bag with another 2 runners. One with some really big parts in it. And then we have our instructions here. Looks like partially in color. Wow, kind of folds out weird. Oh wow, it's all in color. That's cool. So yeah, that's interesting. It is a pretty small one. Like I said, this is one of their more complicated ones, but obviously it doesn't have that many steps and pieces in it. Just the same. Here we have the parts, or on the sprues we have the parts. Here we have the parts on the sprue. We have A1, I believe. Yes, A1 and A2 are in this white, although I think it's a slight off-white. It's really hard to tell. Kind of reflects the other colors I have going on here. Then we have A3 here in a pale pink, almost a coral color really. And we've got a couple stickers here for the eyes, and that's it. We have some options as well. And we have, what is this? Yes, B1 and B3 and 2 B2s all in this green color. So that is all the pieces. Not a lot in this, but these are simpler kits. Here we have Gardevoir all put together, and she's looking rather beautiful and very cute. Very nice looking model kit, and it's got a few features here. We've got posable head, side and ball joint, so you can do whatever you want with it. And the arms rotate here for some posing. I don't know why they didn't put a ball joint in there, but there is a elbow rotation as well, so you could do a couple slightly different poses. That being said, her accessories include different parts for the arms, so you can swap out, and these are actually in two different pieces, and if you swap them out you'll get a bunch of different angles and stuff. They didn't put joints in the arms, and I like I said, I don't know why they couldn't put at least ball joint in the shoulder, but the elbow I could understand. You'd have to make a far more complicated model kit, and this is a very simple, very simple model kit, and I'd almost say it is an entry grade equivalent, even though it's not part of the entry grade line. And we have a little bit more posability. Her legs underneath her dress are on ball joints as well, so you can get some slightly different positions, like maybe she's walking and she's got like this. She doesn't actually stand on these legs. The thing holding her up is actually the dress itself, so to speak. Though technically she's not wearing a dress, that's part of the Pokemon as well. But I will be showing these parts in different poses here in a moment. But let's get some comparisons here with our Gundams and other models. Here we have her standing next to our classic, our high-grade RX, and also our 30-minute sisters, Rashetta. And yeah, she's about the same height as a Gundam, which is interesting, though that they're not to scale whatsoever, because Gardevoir would be really small next to an actual Gundam. I was messing around with these and trying to swap heads just for some kicks, and the ball joint on the Gardevoir is much smaller than the ones on the Gundam and the 30-minute sisters. But with some modifications, you could, you know, have some fun with it that way. But yeah, just out of the box, you're not going to be able to do much with that. But, you know, interesting idea, you know. I think that the head would work good on a 30-minute sisters, and you could put it on the Gundam. Have your Gardevoir Gundam Gardevoir. And then, of course, the 30-minute sister is much taller than your standard Gundam, and therefore also Gardevoir here as well. So let's check out the poses next. Alright, back here, give this my final thoughts and a quick final evaluation. This thing is great. It may not be that exciting for advanced builders, but every once in a while you just need a break. And after putting together that third-party kit I just did, this was a breath of fresh air, believe me. Now, I didn't mention this earlier, and I didn't even realize it, but this is pretty much like an entry grade kit when you consider the Gundam line. And even though there are other kits that are considered entry grade as well besides Gundams, this definitely falls into that. I don't know if all the Pokemon figures are like that, but they're really simple builds. They look great, and they are very much like the entry grade line. There's very few stickers, and you don't even need nippers to put this together. You can actually pop the pieces out. I tried, no problem popping any of them out. I did use a little bit of sandpaper. Some of them got a little bit of a rough edge on them, but really you don't need much of anything, and kids aren't going to care too much. We're talking very, very, very fine rough edge. Nothing that would be abrasive or anything. I just, being a perfectionist, or attempting to be one, smooth those edges down. So yeah, really great kit, simple kit, fun kit. Definitely designed for younger kids, being it's easy to put together and easy to pop out. No glue, no scissors, no paint. Although for the eyes that you have the stickers for are actually molded and in two colors. There's a pink piece that goes in for the eyes, and then you have the rest of it, it's white. And it is molded, the eyes are molded, so if you wanted to, you could paint those details if you wanted to make it more complicated, or more advanced kit. You could paint those eyes on, the pupils of the eyes that are black, and the highlights and stuff like that are all molded in. So you could do that if you wanted to. I found that interesting. But it does have the stickers that make it nice and easy, and they don't go on too hard. They're not too small. They're not on like a curved surface or anything. There's easy. That molding actually helps center up the eyes as well, the stickers on the eyes. And overall, I mean, this looks amazing. The color separation's really great on it. I mean, it is a Pokemon. It's got a pretty simple color scheme, but as far as what its posability and stuff, it's pretty good. I mean, you don't expect a lot from something like this, although they did more than I expected. You've got the neck joint with on a ball socket. Not too surprising there. That works fine. They put joints on the legs, which is, like I said, really surprising and really not necessary. But hey, they did that. Now, they didn't. One slight disappointment is they didn't put like joints in the actual shoulders, and I'm not quite sure why they didn't do that. I think that could have been done fairly easy, although those are some pretty slender shoulders. And there's no articulation in the elbow, but what you do have is parts forming where you can take the whole arm off, or just the lower arms, and you can switch out parts to get different poses and stuff, which I've shown in the showcase section there, just showing different poses and stuff, and that works out okay. It's not ideal, but the good thing is it does come apart and go back together real easy. It's not like when you try pulling it apart, everything just falls apart or anything like that. They're easily swappable parts, is what I'm trying to say. So even though you don't have the articulation there, you can get additional poses. And there's a little bit, because everything swivels. Even at the elbow it swivels, so you can get some different poses, even though you can't get full elbow motion. And that includes the shoulders as well. They can rotate, so you can get different poses out of that this way, just like, you know, ta-da, different pose. But no ball joint, only disappointment. And of course, the reason probably they did that is this is a very dainty figure and has very dainty arms, and it would probably require some very intricate, fine parts to make the elbows on this. I think they could do it, but and even then, it would actually distract from the appearance of it as well. So that may be why they chose not to do that. Good or bad, that's kind of up to debate. But yeah, it's very easy to put together. You got some large pieces that just come right together pretty easy. And as I said, with assembly, disassembling and reassembling the arms, very easy to do without too much troubles for the posability. But overall, this was a pretty easy build to put together. As I said, no snipping required. Don't need any painting or anything like that. I end up giving this a 9.5. This is a really good kit. It's a simple kit. It's not for everybody, I'm sure, although it could be for everybody to put together. I know people who might not want to put it together because they want more complex builds, but every once in a while it's nice to have something simple and fun. So, you know, miles may vary with that, but for younger kids, this is definitely great, who are going to be into Pokemon and stuff like this. This is one of my favorite Pokemon here. Not my most favorite, that's Charizard, of course. Best Pokemon ever. Oh, and as far as price of this, I said before, it's anywhere between $10 and $25. Definitely think it's worth it. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments, and got any questions or whatever. This is a little vacation after the last one, but I am going to be doing a master grade next, and that may take a couple weeks before that video gets done because master grade's more complex and is a larger kit. And so, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, and if you're new here or have not yet, please subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. But also, if you do that, also check down in the description. I'll have links to Facebook and Twitter, and follow me on one of those sites or both, that's up to you. But I tend to get my notifications out faster on those sites when my videos go up than YouTube does, although they've been better recently. Also, if you're down there, please check out the Patreon as well. There's not much there, but if you're interested in helping more directly, you can there. And anything you do, whether it's through Patreon or just simply liking, subscribing, and doing all that YouTube stuff, will help my channel out, and I greatly appreciate it. We're up to over 300 subs now. We're inching our way to the next 100. I found out recently that at 500 I get a few more bells and whistles I'll play around with and see if we can help out the channel with that, what I can do with that. And still got a long way to get to 1,000, but we're getting there, and I appreciate everything. So that's it for me here at the Creation Evaluation Station, reminding you that creativity is key.